Welcome to Trending News Plus, your trusted channel for uncovering the stories behind the headlines. Today, we delve into a dramatic and controversial decision that has sent shockwaves through Africa. Chad's President Mahamat Idriss Déby has thrown his support behind Sudanese rebel leader Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hamadti, in a move that defies convention and challenges the stability of an already volatile region. Why has Déby sided with a rebel leader against his own military? What does this mean for Chad, Sudan, and the broader Sahel? Stay tuned as we unravel the intrigue and implications of this decision. And remember, while you're here, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive into the heart of this unfolding drama. In the dusty streets of N'Djamena, Chad's capital, whispers of betrayal ripple through the air. Soldiers glare with suspicion toward the presidential palace, their confidence in their leader shaken. Across the border in Sudan, Hamadti, a notorious rebel leader, gathers his forces with newfound assurance, his shadow looming large over the region. The tension is palpable, the stakes higher than ever. President Mahamat Idriss Déby's decision to back Hamadti against his own army has set off alarm bells far beyond Chad's borders. For Chad's military, the president's move feels like a dagger to the heart. Historically, the army has been the backbone of Chad's governance, a symbol of state authority and stability. Now, its leader's allegiance appears divided. Reports from insiders suggest that tensions within the military are nearing a breaking point. Some factions have openly questioned their loyalty to Déby, sparking fears of an internal mutiny. "This is unprecedented," remarked a senior military official who chose to remain anonymous. "The very foundation of Chad's governance is being undermined. If this decision stands, it's only a matter of time before the cracks widen into chaos." The alliance with Hamadti comes at a precarious time for the Sahel, where porous borders and insurgent movements have already created a fragile security landscape. Hamadti's rapid support forces have a dark history, accused of atrocities during the Darfur conflict. For President Déby to align with such a figure is not just controversial, it's a move that could embolden rebel groups across Africa. Neighboring nations are watching nervously. If Chad's president's gamble pays off, it could inspire other leaders to form alliances with insurgent groups, destabilizing the region further. "This sets a dangerous precedent," said Dr. Amina Kouyaté, a West African political strategist. "It sends a message that rebel groups can wield legitimate power if they find the right allies. The consequences could ripple far and wide." The decision is also an economic gamble. Chad's economy, heavily reliant on trade routes shared with Sudan, could face severe disruption. Merchants, farmers, and small businesses are bracing for impact. "We're already seeing delays at border crossings," said a trader in N'Djamena. "If this continues, livelihoods will be destroyed." Meanwhile, international investors are taking note. Chad's political instability, compounded by this decision, risks alienating foreign aid and trade partnerships. For an economy already teetering under inflation and debt, the timing couldn't be worse. To understand this decision, we must revisit the tumultuous history between Chad and Sudan. From border wars in the 1980s to accusations of mutual support for rebel factions, the relationship has long been fraught. In the Darfur crisis, Chad accused Sudan of backing insurgent groups, while Sudan alleged Chad's complicity in cross-border instability. Déby's father, the late President Idriss Déby, navigated this minefield with a combination of diplomacy and military strength. The younger Déby's choice to align with Hamadti, however, feels less like strategy and more like desperation. Could this be an attempt to shift the balance of power in the region, or is it a miscalculated move that will cost Chad dearly? The consequences of Déby's alliance are already beginning to unfold. Reports of increased rebel activity in Chad's border regions have heightened fears of an insurgency. Sudan, for its part, has issued warnings, suggesting that this alliance could provoke retaliation. International bodies, including the African Union, have expressed concern, urging both nations to de-escalate tensions. The Sahel is already a tinderbox, warned an analyst from the International Crisis Group. This alliance is like striking a match. Amid the political turmoil, it's the ordinary citizens who bear the brunt. In a remote village near the Sudanese border, a soldier's wife shares her fears. "My husband hasn't been home in weeks," she says, clutching a letter he sent. "We don't know what will happen next. Why is our president siding with the enemy?" In the capital, merchants worry about their futures. "If the borders close or trade slows, how will we survive?" asks one shopkeeper. This decision doesn't just affect the president, it affects all of us. As the situation develops, the world is left to wonder, what is Déby's endgame? Will this alliance secure Chad's influence in the region, or will it lead to greater instability? The stakes couldn't be higher. With tensions escalating and alliances shifting, the Sahel stands on the brink of a new era, one defined by uncertainty and peril. This is just the beginning of a story that could reshape the region. As the crisis unfolds, Trending News Plus will bring you the latest updates and expert insights. Don't miss our next segment, where we explore the broader geopolitical implications of Déby's decision. What do you think about this shocking alliance? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like, subscribe, and stay informed. This is Trending News Plus, where we uncover the truth behind the headlines.